back tonight on Talk with Tyrell. A look at an ongoing battle over the town of Hempstead Animal Shelter. Members of a group called Hope for Hempstead Shelter held a rally today in Woodmere. For the last 5 months, they've been calling for a detailed investigation into how the town operates the shelter. There have been allegations of animal abuse and neglect. The group also claims that hirings there are connected to GOP politics. Now, the town denies the allegations. Supervisor Kate Murray says improvements have been put in place at the shelter over the past few months. The town also says it has 2 committees, one reviewing policies and procedures of the shelter, the other in charge of finding a new shelter director. Joining me now to talk about the issue is Derek Donnelly of Hope for Hempstead Shelter. Also want to point out that we invited Town of Hempstead Supervisor Kate Murray to speak with us tonight about this, but she declined. But Derek, thank you so much for being here. Appreciate it. You guys were out again today protesting. Why? Because you don't think anything's been done since the original allegations first came up?
Well, nothing's being done. And, you know, the big thing today in Woodmere at the event was the GOP trying to take some credit for some animal rights work that they're allegedly doing, but probably not going to do anything if history repeats itself. But I think they're just trying to put up a smokescreen, saying, making the public think that they care about the animals when they don't. This organization is unlike any other GOP organization in the country. These are the tax and spend Republicans. They're taxing us and charging us more money to be cruel to our animals in the town of Hempstead than other municipalities charge their taxpayers to be good to them.
What are concerned about going on at the shelter? Do you believe, number one, it's just a patronage, that everybody in there has some patronage jobs going on, and at the same time the animals are being abused?
Well, they're being abused and
neglected.
Right.
Okay.
And, you know, the thing is, the facts back my story up. They back up our allegations. If you look at the Newsday article that was done, out of 9 people at the shelter that make over $100,000 a year, 8 of them are Republican committeemen. Last week there was a lawsuit that was just announced by somebody that works at the shelter, has now had to be moved out for her own safety. But she alleges that she scored number 1 on the test, and she's passed over time and time again because she refuses to join the party.
When it comes to the animals that are there, how did you or your group find out about the alleged abuse and neglect? Who blew the whistle, so to speak?
Well, it was the rescuers and the volunteers.
The volunteers, yeah.
They were in there for years. They just, you know, and they got in there just because they were concerned citizens looking for a lost dog. Right. They saw what was going on there, and they started working to change it. And the more they talked to town officials about it, the more they were shut out until eventually they were banned and slandered.
Now, I saw Doug Geed's story today where he talked to one woman who wanted to volunteer, who said that she had spoken to Supervisor Murray and said, well, what happens if I just want to walk in there and volunteer? Can I do that? And she said the supervisor told her no.
That's right. She says no time and time again. And you know what, though? The people of the town really need this service. The animals need the service. If you look at the condition of the animals today, the town will tell you, look, everything's great. It's not great. The animals have wounds on their paws. They have wounds from sitting in those cages. They're getting bleached in those cages. And you look, we have pictures of it. The town says they're not using bleach. We went in there last week and took a picture.
Bleach to clean the cages, you mean, and that of course will irritate with the animal still in the crate?
Cage, or they leave the bleach there and the animal sits on the bleach. And they have bleach wounds, they have lick wounds from not being walked and not being worked with. You need a volunteer corps to do
So there are no volunteers working at the Hempstead Animal Shelter right now?
The town does not have a volunteer program.
So it's all people who are paid?
All people who are paid.
All right. Where you want the DA to get involved with this in Nassau County? We
do.
Correct. Do you think that's going to happen? Have you had any response from the DA's office?
Well, the DA apparently can only say that they can't comment on an ongoing investigation. We can only hope that the investigation the investigators are listening to our complaints, because you know, we've got a lot of people are coming out of the woodwork now. People are finally seeing there's a hope that someone's standing up for the right thing here, and let's join on. People are walking up to me and others and handing us photographs and information And the DA should take advantage of that because there's a lot more going on here. There's voter fraud, allegations of voter fraud. There's just all sorts of things.
A lot of stuff wrapped up in there. Okay, Derek, thank you very much. As I said, we invited the supervisor to come on the program tonight. Kate Murray declined, but we did get a statement, and this is what we were told. Hempstead Town's animal shelter is dedicated to providing quality care to cats and dogs, as well as uniting loving pets with caring owners. At the same time, America's largest township remains accountable to taxpayers, earning the highest Wall Street credit ratings as we prepare a 2012 budget that freezes all town taxes. And that's what we were told in response to the allegations that your group made. So, Derek, thank you so much. Appreciate you coming in, and we'll continue to follow
Thank you for the
this story. Thank you. When we come back, Bill takes a look at your 7-day hyper-local forecast.